All right, my loves, welcome back to the channel. We are getting into a collective pick a card reading because I'm using my microphone and I'm going to be placing it down on the table at times. You might not want to use your earphones or have them up super high if you are going to use them in case there's a little bit of feedback. So, tapping into this energy. Okay, we're talking about a soulmate. And I just kept hearing the phrase, Mr. Make It Happen. That's what I kept hearing over and over and over again. Okay, so there's a bossy energy, masculine energy, a driven energy that's coming through for my collective. In the past, you could have had experiences where there's a lot of excuses, okay? Whether a man was giving you excuses or you were making excuses for a man. I know that's very popular in the spiritual community, tarot community, women community. Oh, he can't do it because of this. Oh, he can't do it because of this. Oh, he just has to clear this up and this up and this up, and then he's going to be able to. No, those are all excuses. Those are all excuses. And maybe the reason why the old guy didn't show up was because of fear. And maybe the reason why was because of something that happened in his childhood. It doesn't matter. Because what you are attracting and what you are moving into and what you are aligning with is a Mr. Make It Happen kind of energy. A man who doesn't do excuses, a man who instead does solutions. I've said this a million times and it's very popular, but it's so true. If there's a will, there's a way. And the problem isn't necessarily that you're dealing in a relationship with a man who doesn't want to be with you, but the problem is that you have been dealing in relationships with men who are not committed to loving you, who are not committed to showing up for you, who are not committed to making a way to be with you, to see you, to date you, blah, 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 blah. Where there's a will, there's a way. So we're tapping into this energy of Mr. Make It Happen. This person who doesn't make excuses, doesn't wait. That's so interesting because we got the 5 of Pentacles coming through while we were getting everything together. Let's see what we have here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, Bear. It says danger, especially in money matters. Success. Then we have Hat, you will be playing a different role. And then we have Rat, someone working against you behind your back. Okay. So basically the first thing that's coming through is in your previous connections and previous experiences, it doesn't matter what's happening outside in the external. It's always a reflection of something that's going on internally. When I read the phrase behind your back, it reminds me of the subconscious mind, our subconscious belief systems. You had or have a subconscious belief system that says you're abandonable, that says people are juggling you. You're not the main priority. You're not the number one thing. And so if you have a past experience, childhood experience, where you were not the priority, connecting with you, knowing you, loving you, taking care of you was not the priority, then you're not going to expect that in romance. What's coming through from the guides is that this is negatively impacting you at this time. That is something that needs to be healed. That is something that needs to be moved through. If you don't know how to move through it, check out the Love After Loss course. Check out some of my other programs. Go to a therapist. Go do fucking something, because you're not going to just do nothing and create a new result and create a new experience. I know this because I know this. You want to double check that it's true? Look at your parents. Look at the people in your life who didn't do shit to heal from their past. And did their life magically get better? Did they magically heal with time? Did they magically step into a new level? Did they magically attract a man who genuinely and authentically takes care of them, supports them, and they have a healthy relationship? I'm not just talking about things that look good on the outside. I'm talking about experiences and relationships that are truly fulfilling. Marriage is not just the goal. I say it all the time on this channel and in this community. I help professional women to co-create emotionally fulfilled and purpose-driven lives for themselves. My goal is not just to have you with a ring on your finger with the first man who wants to fucking marry you, because there are men out there who will meet you and 2 weeks from knowing you will be ready to fucking marry you. And that's not the energy. That's not the vibe. That's not what we're going for. We're talking about real, genuine, authentic love and connection. We're talking about soulmate relationships. We're talking about a divine masculine man coming into your life and loving you properly and pouring into you in a way that helps you to thrive and grow and flourish. And right now, the first message that's coming through as we're tapping into this energy of the Mr. Make It Happen is that you need to go through and you need to clear out those old beliefs. You need to go through and you need to clear out those old stories that are telling you that you're not the priority, that are telling you that men will put other things ahead of you. I had an experience with a man, something that really just put the nail in the coffin for me was, on one hand, I was all being super kind, being super compassionate because, expressing his feelings is so difficult in his childhood experience and his father and blah, 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 blah. And at the same exact time, this man is taking leadership positions in his job. He's taking leadership positions among his friends. You have absolutely no problem taking a leadership position with other men. You have absolutely no problem taking a leadership position for a boys' trip, but you don't want to take a leadership position in romance. You don't want to take a leadership position in connection with me. You don't want to communicate how you feel with me. Oh, okay, that's certainly a choice, and it's not a choice that I'm going to enable in my own life. What's coming through for the collective is just this message of enabling unsatisfactory behavior, enabling dangerous behavior. It's dangerous to put yourself in a position where you're willing to be the woman who is put on the back burner when you know that you don't deserve that, when you know who you are, when you know what you bring to the table, when you know that when people come into your life, they thrive. And if you don't know that, then you need to get clear on that right here and right now. You need to get clear about how people thrive when they're in your presence. You need to get clear about how people thrive when they're in your community. We talk more about this inside of the Evidently Easy course, so you might want to check that out. I'll have the link in the description box. 7 of Pentacles is the energy of waiting. Danger, especially in money matters. We're not focusing on the money, but danger You have played this dangerous game of waiting for somebody to choose you, but you're not a like slow cooker meal. They're showing me, when you have a boiling pot of water, a boiling pot of spaghetti, and you fucking turn around for 5 seconds, next thing you know, that pot is boiling over. You know how there are some meals and there are some recipes where you have to be there and you have to be tending to that and you have to stir that frequently so that it doesn't stick, so that it doesn't burn. They're showing me garlic. Garlic burns incredibly easily. There's a thin line between having a yummy, slightly crispy browned garlic and a burnt fucking nasty mess. You are garlic. You know what I'm saying? You are something that needs and deserves to be tended to. You need and you deserve attention. With this Seven of Pentacles energy, it's reminding me of harvesting energy, like with my flowers that I fucking got right now. Oh my god, flowers need so much work and so much maintenance. I need to change out the water every 2 days. I need to reclip this. My fucking hydrangeas died. What happened? Why did my hydrangeas die? 2 days after I brought them back from the store. Online they say, okay, you can dip the hydrangeas in this bowl of water and let them sit there because they soak up the water from the leaves and like all of this shit. So I'm trying to bring the hydrangeas back to life. The hydrangeas are not coming back to life. The hydrangeas are dead, whatever. So I throw the hydrangeas out and I'm just appreciating the rest of the flowers that I have now while they're still alive and they're starting to die, whatever. What's my point? My point is that as a woman, you're like a flower and you're a hydrangea. Okay, you're a flower that takes time, that takes energy, that takes effort, right? When you think about plants, house plants, or cut flowers and things like that, these things that take food and take water and take a certain temperature, and they need to be in a certain place in your house. And sometimes they don't need direct sunlight. Sometimes they do need direct sunlight. Sometimes the temperature of the room can, negatively impact the life of your plants. Plants are these things that need to be taken care of, and we want to take care of them because the energy and the vibration of my room was much better when my hydrangeas were in here, even though I still have the carnations, even though I still have the sunflowers, and they're beautiful, but the hydrangeas just brought everything together. So will I purchase hydrangeas again? Yeah, I probably will. Will I try to get them at a different stage and try to make different choices to make it work? Yeah, I absolutely will. But what's the point? I want a hydrangea. I don't want a fucking cactus. I don't want to walk into my room and see a fucking cactus that doesn't light me up. Okay? And if you like a cactus, then fuck it. Be the cactus's number one fan. You know what I'm saying? It's not really about the flower or the plant or any of that specifically. It's just the example. Hold on. My leg is so fucking asleep. It's not even funny. I don't want to walk into my room and see a cactus. Cactus is low maintenance. I don't want a succulent. Succulent is low maintenance. I also think they're ugly. If a man wants to be low maintenance, let him be with a woman who's low maintenance. I also think they're ugly. I don't care. Can I talk my shit again? Can I be fucking honest? Man wants to treat you low maintenance. Man is looking for a low maintenance chick, low maintenance lady. That's not your man. That's not your guy. Because you're a hydrangea. Because you are a beautiful, delicate flower who needs the just right water temperature. Girl, I changed the water of my flowers. It said lukewarm water. I put cold water from the fucking water system, whatever. So then I took some hot water Maybe this is why my carnations started dying a little bit. I took some hot water, mixed it in with that little bit of cold water so that it would become lukewarm and it would mix in there, and hopefully that wouldn't kill my flowers. Flowers take work. Flowers take maintenance. We put in work for the things that we love. We put in work for the things that we care for so that they can thrive. I want this beautiful bouquet to last for as long as possible because I enjoy having it in my space. I am relishing in this bouquet. The message that's coming through from my collective is that you are a beautiful bouquet. And you need to be treating you like a beautiful bouquet. And if you are putting yourself in the wrong environment, you're putting yourself and connecting yourself with the wrong man, then you're putting this beautiful, amazing bouquet in a dark room with no sunlight and no fucking water. What's going to happen to that bouquet? It's going to shrivel up and it's going to die. You're going to wither away. What do you look like? A beautiful bouquet, a beautiful flower that God Himself designed to be loved, to be worshiped, to be taken care of, to be honored. What do you look like being in a connection with someone who would put you in a dark fucking room with no goddamn water so you can shrivel up and wither away and die? We are all collectively Tinkerbell. And if we do not get enough attention, we will die. Okay, give me some green emojis in the comment section if that resonates with you, if you're identifying as Tinkerbell on this day. Because seriously, that's the energy and that's the vibe. We are all Tinkerbell. And so you're going from this energy of Seven of Pentacles, being treated like a succulent when you're a hydrangea. Those are opposites. Hydrangea needs water. Hydrangea, hydration. Hydrangea needs water. Succulent, you can neglect the hell out of a succulent. Give a succulent a couple drips of water. You can overwater the hell out of a succulent. Succulent is going to survive. Succulent is low maintenance. You're not a succulent. You're the opposite. You are a hydrangea. And the world is going to accommodate you. The world is going to change and shift environments and water temperatures and do whatever it needs to do so that you can thrive. Because you are a flower. This is divine feminine energy. You are a beautiful flower. We're tapping into that energy of like Mother Earth. You are a beautiful, beautiful flower. And you deserve to be honored. And so as we're tapping into this energy of the Mr. Make It Happen, this is the person who's going to take a hydrangea and treat a hydrangea the way that a hydrangea needs to be treated. You're done. Gone are the days of men who need succulents. Let them go and be with succulent women and enjoy that and relish in that. I wish that for them. That is my greatest fantasy, my greatest dream for every man who has ever neglected me ever in life. I wish you succulents. And I will not elaborate on what I believe about a succulent woman because that's not my place. But if you know, you know. You're not a low maintenance woman. And you are the kind of woman who, when she is tended to, when she is loved, when she is supported, she thrives and she makes everything more beautiful. The message that's coming through from my collective is you are this vibrant, beautiful hydrangea that makes everything more beautiful. that lights up the room. You are. It is an honor to be in your presence. And so you have been in the past, maybe up until now, no shame. You have been putting yourself in a position where you are beautifying and elevating and helping and serving and aligning and upgrading men who aren't giving you what it is that you need to thrive. We talked about this in the last collective reading. You need something different. You need support. And so you're going to have this energy of success with this Knight of Wands energy, which I know if you're into tarot or anything like that, you see the Knight of Wands, you're like, nightmare, right? But think about this Knight of Wands energy through the lens of taking care of a hydrangea. What happened when I looked over at my flowers and I was like, why the fuck is this bitch looking wilted? What is going on? And then I saw that my water was out. I was like, oh my God, how long has that been happening? Immediately, I jumped up. I have my freaking vase in my hand. I'm like speed walking into the kitchen. I'm like, I'm coming. The water is coming, my love. The water is coming. I'm sorry. Don't die. Don't do this. Stay with me. This Knight of Wands energy. That's passionate energy. That's, I come up with an idea of how I can make this relationship better. I come up with an idea of how I can love you better. I see a problem, I'm going to spring into action and let's move towards a solution. The Knight of Wands is going to bring success. The man who takes action is going to bring success. The man who waits, the man who doesn't do a goddamn thing. Yes, girl, give us nothing. The man who gives us nothing is dangerous. What do bears do? Hibernate. So we're coming to the end of this experience. We're connecting with a Knight of Wands energy, a man who makes things happen, a man who takes action. And with the energy of the hat, it says, you will be playing a different role. You're no longer playing the role of the girl who is abandoned and left out into the cold, who is left to fend for herself. You've been in connection and relationships with men who have treated you as if you are worthless. And it brings a feeling of pain to me. It brings a feeling of pain to me because it's like, oh, like the One Direction song, You Don't Know You're Beautiful. But seriously and deeply, you make everything better. You beautify everything. You expand everything. I'm telling you guys. I had my flowers and my perfect bouquet for 2 fucking days. Every day I walked into my room. Oh my God, it just feels better in here. Things just feel better when you're around. Things just happen more smoothly when you're around. Things just get better when you're around. And because everything is energy, this is not just about your physical presence. Oops, sorry. And I feel that this is really important and we really have to talk about this today. Because we're energetic beings. And one thing about me, when I'm done, I have to be done inside of the Love After Loss course. The whole section, a whole module on releasing the past, cord cutting ceremony, meditation. because our energy is powerful. And when we think about people, we're giving them our energy. And when we focus on people, we're giving them our energy. So even if you're not in a man's life, even if you're not connecting with a man, even if you're not dating a man, but you're watching a tarot reading on a man, you're doing a tarot reading yourself on a man, you're thinking about a man, you're journaling about a man, you have that man like active in your vibration, you're giving that man your energy. And he is benefiting. And he's thriving. And he is elevating. And things are going better in his life because you're there. Some of you might be deeply connected to Oshun. You might want to look that up, look into that. I'm not going to say anything more. That just came through. Now they're singing that song, Ain't No Sunshine, when she's gone. If you know anything about Oshun, yellow, sun, light. It's like her whole thing. I have chills. When you take your energy away and you detach, that means people are not allowed to take up space in your mind. People are not allowed to be on your mind. When I have a negative experience in love, I'm going to process my shit and I'm going to handle my shit and I'm going to move through my shit, because when I'm done, I'm done. And I need you out of my space in the next 30 minutes. That's why in the Love After Loss course, in that first module, we're doing all of that purging. We're doing all of that releasing. We're doing all of that calling those emotions forward and letting that shit go. Holding on to old pain of the past and those resentments and the things that didn't work out and the misconnections, that's still giving somebody a part of you, giving somebody a piece of you. I'm so sorry. You can't have any of me. So I'm going to cry and I'm going to process and I'm going to let everything come up and I'm going to let everything come out, and then I'm going to let it go completely, and then I'm going to cut my energy off from it 110%. I'm doing cord cuttings. I'm letting everything go, and then my mind is not allowed to go to that place or to go to that person. Period. What's coming through for the collective is that you have been, or you currently are. Think about this, reflect on this. You have been, or you currently are, giving your energy to people who do not even deserve to know who the fuck you are. You are elevating and you are growing and expanding people who do not even deserve to know who the fuck you are. And they're giving me Beyonce as an example. Now, this is just a message that's coming through. This obviously hasn't been confirmed. I didn't call Beyonce up and ask her. But what is the reason why Beyonce doesn't respond to rumors? What is the reason that Beyonce is not online going back and forth with blogs who are saying whatever they're saying? Because what happens if Beyonce goes onto the shade room or whatever, who's saying some stupid shit about her, and then comments back and claps back? Oh, well, that post is about to blow up. Because what did Beyonce do? She just gave that post, she just gave that company, she just gave that brand a piece of her energy. Her valuable fucking energy. Her star power. Her growth and expansion. And her energy is so incredibly valuable that sometimes it is smarter to do nothing and to say nothing and to give none of yourself. Because, okay, we're almost done. Because even when you're giving negativity people can still use that shit to grow and expand. When you're really a divine feminine energy, can we like really talk about it for a second? When you're really an empress, when you really do this growth and expansion shit, people can even take your negativity, your anger, your rage, your fighting, your everything. They can take that as supply. If you want to go into narcissistic supply, which we won't, but they can take that energy as supply and they can ride that wave and elevate. So the message that's coming through is that you really need to kind of run a check internally right now about what you're thinking, about who you're thinking of, about who you're giving your energy, about who you're giving your power to, about the shit that you have not healed from, the shit that you have not processed, the shit that you have not moved on from, the stories that you're still telling. Because there's a man who's coming into your life, who's coming into your world to grow and expand and elevate with you, to help you and support you. The Page of Swords, the Tower, the King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Exactly. Now we got this King of Swords energy. This is a man who is open and honest, has integrity. The King of Swords is direct, air sign energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And then of course we have the fucking Empress at the bottom of the deck. You know who you are. As you cut those people off, you release their energy back to them and you call your energy back to you. You call your power back to you. They want a succulent, let them go live in the world of low maintenance women and give them absolutely 0% of you, period, for the rest of fucking time. The price of what it takes to access you needs to elevate. Okay? Because you are aligning with this man, and sometimes, oh my God, Venus retrograde and Aries vibes. I was just thinking about this earlier. Sometimes you have to do what appears like going backwards in order to go forwards. Venus retrograde in Aries is like going back, re-looking over some stuff, crossing your T's and dotting your I's in those past relationships and those past connections. If you watch all of my videos, you heard me go live and go on a rant because I ran into my ex situationship, which we're not even going to talk about. Old past shit coming up to be looked at, to be moved on from, to be released so that you can actually move forward. There's a lot of people who do not do the work between relationships. What's going to happen? If you don't do the work, you're going to get the same man, the same experience in a different package. So we've got Page of Swords, the Tower, the Knight of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups with the Empress at the bottom of the deck. You need to become more expensive. Everybody doesn't get to be on your mind. Everybody doesn't get to be a topic of conversation. Everybody doesn't get to be discussed. Everybody doesn't get to take up hours of your fucking day. Everybody doesn't get to take up space. Everybody doesn't get to take up room. Because you are a hydrangea. And you require a very specific environment in order to thrive. You are a hydrangea. You require a very specific kind of man in order to thrive. You require a very specific kind of effort in order to thrive. past relationships, past experiences, past bullshit, they literally cannot afford to be on your mind. You need to become more expensive. You want to step into your high value energy. That's an internal change. It's an internal switch. Old bullshit does not get to stay on my mind for any longer than necessary. I'm going to bring up the emotions. I'm going to process the shit that needs to be processed. And then I'm going to move on quickly. Because I am a woman who has incredibly high value. And every minute that I spend giving my energy towards somebody who disrespected me is a minute that I'm not spending giving my energy towards aligning with my husband who's going to marry the fuck out of me. And who's winning then? Who's thriving then? Who's being supported then? You are a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Whose room are you putting yourself in? Every single time you're thinking about romance, that's your question. Whose room am I putting myself in? Whose energy am I putting myself in? Who am I feeding right now? Who am I growing right now? Who am I expanding right now? And is the person that I'm expanding, is the situation that I'm expanding something that has ever expanded me? Is it something that has ever elevated me? Is it something that has ever supported me? If the answer is no, you know what to do. Period. You need to up your personal sense of value. That means everybody doesn't deserve to know you. Everybody doesn't deserve to love you. Everybody doesn't deserve to be around you. Everybody does not deserve a chance to be with you. Period. Okay, we're going to tap more into this energy in the extended because I've already gone for way too long. So if you want the extended or you want to get these general readings earlier, join the membership, clicking the link in the description. I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next video.